Page 6, Waltz in D major. Well, I guess we know what key it's in, huh? Let's look it over. It's sort of 2 pages long. It's longer than that because of the repeat signs, and we'll get there. Treble and bass clef, 3/4 time. Well, it's a waltz, so of course it's a 3/4 time. And they don't have any sharps and flats in the key signature. Apparently they're not giving you key signatures yet. But you'll notice that all of the Fs in the place, all over everywhere, are sharped. You see the key of D major has an F sharp and C sharp in it. So all the Fs and all the Cs would be sharped. This doesn't seem to have any Cs in it. If it did, I'm sure they would be sharped. But all the Fs are sharped. Just understand that you're going to play F sharps everywhere. Rhythm-wise is eighth notes and quarter notes and dotted half notes, not too much. And the hands basically are playing the same notes, an octave apart. You're using different fingers. So I'm going to take the hands, both hands together, because you're doing the same thing. You're not really moving around. You're right here. You're staying here. And because you're not moving around, you don't need any finger numbers except at the beginning. That, our first ones. In the first measure, that tells you, I mean, you can figure it out, but you don't need any of these other finger numbers. Please don't be reading finger numbers. So at the beginning, 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get that? I mean, that's about as tough as it gets. Let's go down to the measure 13 here. It's here 1 and 2, 1 and. That's a little awkward in the left hand there, the last here, because you're using the awkward fingers, but that's good. It really is. We need to use the awkward fingers. I use weight when I play piano. I let the weight push the hand, and I just transfer weight from which finger to which finger. So here, it's the last 2 measures on page 6. In the left hand, weight's here, and then I transfer it to here, then back to here, and then back to here, and then here. I'm just transferring weight. And the motion itself is so little you can't really see it. I exaggerated so you can see it better, but that's what's happening. I'm transferring weight. I'm not holding the hand still and trying to use the fingers to do this. I don't recommend it. I really don't. Stay relaxed. Now, measure 17, you're still in the same position. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So here, measure 21 and 22, you get to use the awkward fingers for the right hand. That's good. I like that. We need to do more of that. Now, that's basically the piece. I find this piece pretty simple. It's very repetitious. So you go through and get the notes okay. And then whenever you're comfortable with it, no hesitations, then we'll think about the articulation. That's the slurs and the staccatos. The staccatos, they're going to be short. I'm going to flex the wrist here. That's basically the articulation throughout. And when you have a handle on that, then we can think about the dynamics. Now, both hands are playing the same thing. If you want to consider both hands being melody, you go right ahead. But I think this is a good practice piece to experiment with playing one hand louder than the other and taking turns. You see at the bottom of each page, there's a repeat sign. And at the top of page 7, there's a reverse repeat sign. Simply put, you're going to play each page twice. Well, I don't want to play the thing twice exactly the same way. That's, we would like to change something. We can't change the notes and the rhythms. They're set. So we could change the articulation or the dynamics or something like that. Well, here, I can switch it. The first time I play it, I can play the right hand loud and the left hand soft. And then when I repeat it, I could play the left hand loud and the right hand soft. It's different. We changed something, and that's good practice at playing one hand louder than the other. All I'm doing is I'm putting more weight on one hand, and I'm making the other hand very light. because again, I use weight to push the notes down. That's what I recommend you try here, because you can do the same thing on page 7. First time right hand loud and heavy and the left hand light, and then switch it. Okay, now it's not loud all the way through. You're loud at the beginning, and for some reason they gave you another loud and measure 9. The idea is somewhere between the beginning and measure 9 you may have come down. Okay, typically that would be at the end of a phrase, because you can end a phrase like in a sentence. We generally come down at the end of it. Okay, you can do that here. Like on measure 7 and 8. You can come down and bah, but then they're telling you make sure you're loud now at measure 9 again. In case you weren't, they're just make sure you're loud at measure 9. All right. You get the diminuendos of measure 14 and all, where you're going to come down loud, come down a little bit. You can come down about a moderately soft there. Yeah. Don't slow down, just come down. Then on measure 17, you're moderately soft, sort of soft, mezzo piano. That makes, if you're playing one hand louder than the other, that makes the other hand soft, really. And then in measure 25, you're back up to loud again. Then in measure 30, you're coming back down again. Now, on measures 30, 31 in there, I suggest you slur all that together. The first one's staccato on measure 30, but otherwise I suggest you slur all of this. Because to me that's, I prefer those connected. That's interpretation. You don't have to. But that's how I would do it. Speed, well, it's a waltz. Think of people waltz 1, 2, not fast, just a pleasant waltz. Don't recommend slowing down at the end if people are dancing to it. So the dancers keep going, yeah. If no one is dancing to it, then you can get away with slowing down at the end to let the people know, okay, I'm finished now. The dynamics and playing one hand louder than the other, that's just suggestions. I mean, you don't have to do the whole page that way, because I could play the first 8 measures with one hand louder and then at measure 9 switch it there. Just try different things out. Maybe at measure 25, after you've repeated it, measure 25, maybe you want both hands loud here because this is the end of it. It's like the climax. Okay, here we are. So you can play both hands loud there if you want. That's interpretation. Now make sure you feel the natural accent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Always 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I tend to want to put a little crescendo there, like in measures 3 and 4. Go to here, just a slight one, so it feels like, of course you get a natural accent anyway, and I feel that when I play this on these like measures 7 and 8, although that's the end of a phrase, you may want to come down. 1, 2, 3, make sure you're feeling those. Let's play it together very slowly and double check all the notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'm going to do both hands about the same. I will do the staccatos and all. And I am going to do the repeats. We're going to do the whole thing. So I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2. Repeat. 2. Rest. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2. Repeat. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, rest. So duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to play that, and you play what we just played. I'm going to pick up the pace, play a little faster, and I need you to go up 2 octaves on the keyboard for this one. So just pretend that middle C, instead of here, is going to go up 2 octaves. So 1, 2, and instead of here, you're up here. Play it all up here. And you can move now. You can sit up there in front of where you're playing on this one. Normally I say stay where you're at. In this case, you can go ahead and move up there. Yeah, because you're playing it all up there. I'm going to give us 3 counts, and this moves pretty good. It's just going 1, ready, go, boom, and we go. So be ready to boom. So I put the metronome on it kind of quick. So be ready, because I'm just going to go 1, ready, go, and we're up here. We're going to play it about that speed. 1, ready, go. 8.